My name's John, welcome to another Sunday night nightcap. In tonight's nightcap I've got one or two car boot sale items. We went to a car boot sale this morning. I've had a week off work and I've spent a little bit of time at various museums, namely Tanfield Railway Museum. I went there with a friend last week. The museum was actually closed, but we did get some decent footage. We were allowed to have a look around the place. Unfortunately all the engine sheds were closed, but we did get a look at some of the derelict trains and carriages that are waiting to be restored. One in particular, there's a big steam crane there, a steam recovery crane. That was a really nice bit of gear. I got a fair bit of video of that. Obviously things aren't working, so all I've done, I've just put a few clips together with a soundtrack on. I hope you enjoy that. I've recently done some videos on making some old-fashioned cast wheels, or cast look-alike wheels, for the Lister engine I bought for the wife. I got an email last week from a gentleman called John Vickers wanting to know if I would like a set of cast iron wheels. Yeah, of course I would. So what John actually did, he actually found some on eBay for us and he bought them, and he, believe it or not, he actually fetched them up. He came up yesterday morning, Saturday morning, and he spent a good few hours here looking around the shop and drinking coffee and generally talking. Anyway, John, this is one of the wheels John fetched us. There's four of them all the same, 12 inch diameter, they're 4 inches wide, and they're just the right ones for the sort of cart I want to make for the engine, and I want to make another one for that vacuum pump. There's one of them that one there, it's got a broken spoke. It'll be a good repair. I was going to braze it, but I think I'll drill a hole in and just put a cap head bolt through to hold it. Anyway, thanks very much, John. It was a real nice gesture and I really appreciate it. John left here with one or two crumbles and a polo shirt, and he seemed very happy. There's no cooking in tonight's nightcap, by the way. What I intend doing, I'm going to split the nightcap into two, because I can't, it just takes that long to upload anything more than 15 minutes. It's easier for me to do it in 2 bits and upload them separate. I do a welding repair for a friend on a little machine vise, a little drilling machine vise. He smashed one of the mountain lugs off. I've ate it out and TIG welded that back together. I'll show you some of that. I've got a drilling machine vise here, belongs to a friend of mine, and the lugs come off. I don't know how it come off, but it's come off. And he wants to know if I can weld that back onto there. It's cast iron. It's quite a good vise. The one I've got's quite decent as well. This one's been abused a bit, but it's still a decent little vise. So what I intend to do is I'll lay that out, clamp it to something flat, preheat it, and I'm going to weld it with a cast iron welding rod. And I've got some stick welding electrodes here for cast. What I'm going to do, I'm going to knock the flux off and use my TIG welder on DC and weld it with a TIG welder. Let it cool nice and slowly, and hopefully it won't crack. Probably one of the best ways to do it would be to bronze weld it or braze it, but I've got no oxyacetylene and I've got no silicon bronze rods, because you can use silicon bronze with a TIG, but you can't use brass. Right, so we'll clean this up, lay it out, clamp it over a bit of metal, and weld it. I'll try and get some shots through the mask if I can. You've got to do a fair bit of damage to things so you can get into it and weld it. Should be able to get into that quite nicely and fill that in. Right, I've got it clamped where I want it welding. Try and fill that in with welding there so I can get in with it. I'll show you how to get into there. And I can put a nice fillet on there that won't get in the way of anything. A bit of reinforcement. Feel on the bottom of the crack where it wants to fit. This clamp will be left on and it cools. Hopefully I can get enough preheat in there and keep it warm enough to stop it from cracking. It normally cracks when it cools down as it shrinks. These cast rods will probably be pure nickel rods, so they shouldn't contract when it cools down. All I do is just knock the flux off them. A couple of rods should be enough. Polish with a bit of emery tape, they're ready to go. And you need to get a bit of warmth into it. Take the chill of it before try and weld it. This also helps the boil and get all the grease out of the metal. Bad. Cover it up, let it cool off nice and slowly, and have a look at it again in the morning.